Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is David, this is David K Reacts, and here on this channel I ramble with articulation, I hope, about a variety of different musical, video and audio elements of the videos that I watch. And today we continue Arcane month, and therefore I reiterate the spoiler warning I just gave you. Please do not watch this unless you have seen Season 2 of Arcane, at least until Episode 6. It's conceivable, depending on how... In fact, no, I'm going to say at least until episode 7. Because it's very possible I will spoil things that are going to happen in that period. It's also possible past that, to the end of the season, but at least to episode 7, and I don't want to spoil anything for you if you're going to watch it. Arcane is phenomenal. It deserves to be seen on its own merit and not spoiled, so please go watch it, and please don't watch my reactions to this if you think you're going to. I'm sure there's a few people that just won't, and that's fine, but you'll get more out of this if you can be surprised in the moment. Today, however, we are bringing back Mr. Colm McGuinness, who I saw performing I Don't Want to Set the World on Fire some time ago. Absolutely fantastic. You can check that out at the link up there. And today we're going to check him out performing To Ashes and Blood, originally performed by Woodkid and written by Woodkid, Tepr, and Alexander Seaver. And this is going to be pretty awesome. I'm really excited to see what Colm does with this. Of course, when I saw I Don't Want to Set the World on Fire, that was very tongue-in-cheek and humorous, and I'm anticipating, be very surprised if I don't get a much more serious, down-to-earth version of him for this, and I'm keen to see where that goes. Also, this is just such a pivotal piece of music and a moment in the show. This happens over the huge fight between Vi and Jinx, which also features Caitlyn, Savika, and Isha at the end of Season 2, Episode 3. And of course, not only is it that, but it's also sort of twinned with the moment where Jace, Echo, and Heimerdinger are swallowed by the Hex Core, and we don't see what happens to them until significantly later. Jace pops back in, and we do at least know that he is alive, but not until episode 7 do we actually find out what happened to them. And that's a long time to go without 3 pretty major characters to the show, and it's amazing. I love what they did. I know some people have their issues with episode 7. Personally, I think it's fantastic, and I think what they did with it, the way that they showed what the characters had to learn to be able to succeed and finish the story off that they were on, is incredible. And I think, you know, you see people relying on others in a different way. Echo is the big one for me. You see him needing help, where there's even an episode called The Boy Savior, because that's what he does. He saves people, and suddenly he needs help to be able to do what he's trying to do, and things like that. And it's fascinating looking at that episode. I love it. I think it absolutely deserves to be where it is. Yes, I think the wrap up to season 2 was a little faster than it should have been, but I still think it was very good, and that episode has its place for sure. Anyway, but all that to say, this is an incredible piece of music to play over those sequences, because it has this roller coaster rise and fall going throughout it, where it can sound incredibly dramatic, and then it can actually sound quite calm, or maybe not calm, but at least it pulls back a little bit, which for something happening over a fight you wouldn't necessarily expect, and it gives and takes at exactly all the right moments. And I'm really fascinated to see how somebody's going to transfer that into a cover. And I'm excited to see Colm do this. So yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. I don't have much more to say, so I am going to say welcome back to my channel. Welcome if this is your first time here. If it is, the way this works, I watch the video through from beginning to end, commenting and emoting over the top. I will then go back and watch it a second time, this time pausing, interrupting, and offering what commentary and analysis I feel I can based on what I've just seen and heard, and the foreknowledge of the one prior viewing. Please do check the description, where you will find a link to Colm's channel and to the original video. Check him out, support him. He's the artist here. I'm just doing some analysis work. Please do hit the like button, subscribe button, and notification bell, and if you'd care to support the channel, you can do so by heading to buymeacoffee.com/DavidKReacts, patreon.com/DavidKReacts, or leave me a super thanks here on YouTube. And if this is coming out when I think it is, my patrons are currently getting an exclusive sneak peek of a video that is going to be coming out on my YouTube channel very shortly. So if you're keen to see something cool, and there may even be a teaser on my channel, if you're keen to see something cool that I have in the works that's about to happen before it happens, head over there and check it on out. However, without any further delay, let's bring up Mr. Colm Wilkinson's performance of To Ashes and Blood, and check this out. Ooh. Epic lighting. I didn't know he was a cellist too, that's awesome. Woo. Hello! Wow, what a great tone. This is so dramatic. The build. Oh, yes. Wow. Oh, the way he's built this up is so good. He's keeping the vocals so restrained. It's a lot of tension. Oh. Yes, sir. Oh, it sounds, the orchestra in the background, or the group. And this percussion is so good. Ho, 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 ho. So much drama with so little. That lighting is so good. I love what he's doing with the whole aesthetic of this. This is really big sound for... Oh, yeah. He's really doing this justice. Oh, that chord. Oh, he had fun doing this. Yes. Oh! Thought that was done. Yes, sir. Oh, that is good. I love that. He's got the vibe down so well, and it's darker than the original. He's made this into something incredibly ominous. And it is like that da 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 da. It is a very ominous, and this kind of the way it is in the original, which he touches on but doesn't go quite as far, it's got a kind of whale quality to it. Like, you know, it has a desperation. He's gone for something that's almost darker than that. It's fear, I think, almost. And it's really cool. I love that. I'm just going to take a look and see if there's anything in the description of the video that I should see. Let's have a look. No. No, nothing much there. I'm curious then, for those who maybe have a better idea what's going on, in terms of who's doing what. I think that's him playing cello. That seems pretty certain to me. But I don't think it's him playing violin. We'll obviously get to it as we go through, but is it him? Oh, maybe it is. There's an angle where the profile looked a little wrong, but no, maybe it is. Does he play all of these instruments? That's really cool. If so, and I'm assuming he's doing synthesis work for the drums and what have you. But what a really great arrangement! I like this a lot, and this is so much. This is so much fun what he's done with the video. So let's go back, watch it again, and see what I can talk about, because there's a lot here. And I'm going to stop it right away. This lighting. Firstly, I love the fact that the only version of him we ever see clearly is the vocalist. Him playing violin, him playing cello, all in darkness. And this very, very dramatic anti-lighting almost. You've got these wonderful elements. Like, firstly, I love that it's blue. I think blue is a great color, very deep. And so it's not the kind of scary ominous of red. It's got this kind of deep ocean vibe going on that I'm really here for, that makes it feel very like what's the right word? I feel like I'm suffocating in the light a little bit, if that makes any sense. And then he has these two key lights off to one side that are obviously lighting the side of his face, the cello, the bow, all that kind of stuff, the arm of the chair. And that's great. And I like that they are a light source. But then the door. And the door is fascinating to me, because that is unnecessary. That does not have to happen to create the effect he's going for. But that column of light that is produced by the crack in the... Or is it a crack in the door? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Or no. No, it must be lit from... For the frame to be lit like that. How has he done that? Is it a strip light facing the wall? I can't quite figure that one out, but I love it. This column of light that just gives us a different focal point is absolutely fascinating. And I think that it's so dramatic. It means you've got bright light here, darkness in the center of the screen, where the subject is, I might add. And anti-lighting a subject is a fascinating... I have no idea what the professional term is, by the way. I just made up anti-lighting on the spot. But this logic of keeping the majority of the subject in shadow, which is so good for this. Because, and especially the way he's doing this, his rendition, he's keeping even the vocals incredibly reserved. So there's no way we're going to get more from the instrumentation. Absolutely brilliant. This is a masterstroke. And I love what he's doing with the editing, but also with the sound. I love that we get this like this build into it. So we hear something, but on the hit, up comes the video. Like, we get the sense of immediate drama from that. You have that half second of build-up that is actually quite effective. But then that striking hit and the cello coming in, we now have tone. We have these sort of effects that have been applied to this. It's a lot happening all at once that kind of shakes you into being part of what's going on here. And that pulse. And I love that it's dum, 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 da-dum. That double hit at the end there as we pull away. So effective. And I love that it's kind of a little messy, this kind of... There's lots of things hitting all at once. It's not just a boom, and then the pulse is just a single hit. But you have, whenever that sort of multiple hit thing comes in, it's a little messy. And that's great, because it gives this sort of... There's a realness to the fact that that's happening, and it's a really interesting sound to choose, and I think it adds a lot of character to the percussion that wouldn't be there if it was just a single strike. And he comes in. Oh, come near down here, but that. It's like it's for a split second the motor's gearing up with that little bit of creak that's going on there, which is absolutely wonderful. Fantastic way to open this. Notice here the light has shifted around, so we still have that column of light in the door, but now we can see on the left hand side of the screen that light has moved so that you can see that little bit of warmth on the forehead, the little streak in the hair, the pink that's on one side of him, and then opposite for you guys, I guess. Yeah, the pink on this side, and then the pale blue, almost white. There's a little bit more warmth on this side. We're getting these elements of warmth here. But it's not enough. It doesn't combat everything else that we're seeing, and I really like that. I think that's amazing. Also, notice how little he's opening his mouth while he's singing this. It's so controlled. The edge of danger. It's not the edge of danger. There's not that pronunciate that clear not pronunciation. That's the wrong word. There's not the strong projection of the vowel. It create the edge of danger. He's doing it all through a very closed mouth, and I think that's incredibly potent because we can hear him. There are a couple of points where the orchestration kind of dominates him a tiny bit, but we can hear what's going on, and yet there's no sense of push and volume here. It's very well projected, but it's very tight and clean, but controlled and tense. Tension was the word I used before. I feel like I am a coiled spring because of how this song is being performed, and that's an awesome feeling. I also like, and I don't know if he's actually recording himself doing a take here or if he's lip-syncing to an existing recording, but the casualness of this kind of, the little shuffle that he does, and it's just the little motions, it's like he's telling you something so matter-of-fact, and that makes it almost darker, and I love that. And that just that quick build and then pull back again. It's like this could be in a horror movie. The way that he's recorded it feels like something's constantly creeping up on you and never quite getting there. And I'm so here for it. And there's so much creak in your head, and there's all that as he's moving around, and it's giving it this. It keeps it down. It keeps it dark. It keeps it really, really ominous. I'm going to keep coming back to that word because this rendition is so full of ominousness. Yeah, that's a word. Your head, it was meant to destroy you. Oh, and that the entrance, that sort of, it's like the violin can't get there. It's being dragged back down again. It's so good. Oh, it's the cello. No, sorry. Why am I? It's been a long week. I'm tired. We're literally looking at a cello and there's me talking about the violin. But no, he's actually playing that on the cello. Or is he? Question mark on that. He could be. I was trying to watch the upper thing, but he's in so much darkness, it's hard to tell exactly what's being done. Somebody tell me, is that a very low violin or a higher cello? And now we have this this entry of the brass in the background. And interestingly, given that this fight doesn't focus on echo, I'm interested that he's bringing in the tick in the background, which kind of brings me back to the fight between Echo and Jinx in season 1. Interesting choice there.
stones you play with nature. Now watching.
And I think it's plucked strings. Blump, 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 blump. There might be something percussive in there as well. But you've got this pizzicato string going there at the same time. And it's great in the background because, again, it ratchets up the tension. And I love that.
Stones you play with nature. Now watching hurt you. How would you?
It's so fascinating how he's using this sound. He can end a line like here. It just kind of fades away, but then you have this straight afterwards into the boom. It's everything about this song is moving down, even when it isn't. Or this rendition, I should say. And it's so effective. Through, it's almost like it's a release, but it's not a positive release. But there, he's higher up in the register, but it still comes back down again at the end. There's that little moment of hope that's always pulled away.
You will never make it through.
I love how, like, you could even see there at the very end of the bow. So it's definitely the cello that's playing that. I'm just an idiot. But the force that he puts into that changes the timbre of the instrument a tiny bit and makes for that really aggressive sforzando there where it's like... It gets really loud and then really quiet really quickly. Ah, that entry is perfect. Da, 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 da. And you have this... That major seventh in there is such a clash against everything else that's going on. Because you have that da, 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 da against ba in the violin. That's a semitone clash, and it's one of the most unpleasant ones, in a good way. Because you have it against the tonic. That ba, 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 that's our tonic note. And so it's unnatural to have that hard against the ba that's just underneath it almost. I don't think it is. I think register-wise it's actually higher. But because it descends, it feels like we've pulled it underneath. And it feels like it's crippled the harmony in a really interesting way. It's just so beautifully arranged, the way the focus point, and mixed too, the way that he's placed the focus, excuse me, on specific instruments at certain points. Like that violin really cuts through for a minute, but then it kind of gives way a little. Da 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 da, and the bum 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 along with the percussion there overrides the violin because it's descending down, so it's being swallowed almost by the rest of the arrangement. So cool. Oh. And that's almost the most hopeful that we get. This chord here. If only that minor seventh could resolve here and give us a nice clean resolution, but it doesn't, it drops back. I love that French horn cutting through there. Da, da, that note there. Bum, bum, cutting through in the back in the French horn. That's gorgeous. And then when we finally do resolve, we resolve right back into the drama again. There's no comfort in this, and it's so good. There's something very cathartic about those chords in that sequence. They feel big and bold and hopeful for a moment, and then it's all snatched away again. And now we've got so much more. This da 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 da. The strings, the boom, boom, boom. There's a more consistent, present percussive rhythm.
You waste your life to gain power. You shift the game rules.
It's a ba 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 ba. Really, really cool there because it's constantly moving in the background. It's upped the ante a little bit. It's increased the pace, not the tempo. The tempo's the same, but the song feels like it's moving faster because of that.
You shift the game rules. How does it feel to reach the line that no one ever got to cross? Does it make you a god?
And that's where we hit that major chord that we've been craving for the whole song. I love it. It's just, this song is so well written to begin with, and the voicing he's using, it's just so satisfying. That the violin just sailing through there, gone now. It's really nice having the low gone now down there. Sorry, God now, not gone now. And then we lose it straight away. We can't keep anything nice. Bum, bum, bum. We go all the way down there, but it's darker again. It's lost that moment of catharsis that we got from having a clean major chord. And now we're getting lay down your weapon. He's getting bigger. The voice is coming out a little bit more. We're losing. Well, the control is being used more volubly at this point in time. He's still got a very tight rein on his voice, but it's increasing. We've gained we've gained projection, we've gained resonance space, and so we're dealing with a little bit more on the vocal side for a hot second. But it still comes very quickly. Weapon, and now we're closed again. Like he retracts just as quickly as he comes out of his sort of resonant shell, if you like. And that cut right there, just back to the strings, is so good because we've been building this percussive beat. We've been building that da 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 in the strings. Everything's been pushing forward. The brass coming in the background, and then suddenly almost nothing. So good. And then again at the end, that sudden pull off, and then you get that crash back in again with the sound in the background. Oh, this is good. And it's like an alarm that goes on in the background there, and then we come straight back in again. There's no peace. There's a second of peace. I like that we get to see him there doing that. Hey, yeah, hey, whatever the words are. That kind of. It's nice that we get to see some of the other vocal parts being represented on screen as well, not just that primary melody. And now that violin sails over the top, so much more present than it was before. I love there's that motion in the brass right there that's pushing through. such a delightful progression to have kind of highlighted by how much it's being pushed into the mix. That's really, really nice. And I like that sometimes we get these close-ups on the cello as well, because now the lighting is right on the sides of the screen, and so much of it is taken up with the shadow of his body, the cello. Like, we get those little snippets of light, but this makes the screen really dark and really, like, void-like. And there again. That there, that just cuts everything off for the 2 ashes and blood. That's so good. Those 2 beats where it's just the vocal melody line are spectacular, because it changes what we're listening. We focus on the title of the song, the kind of the destination that we've been pushing to throughout the last few lines, and it also just refreshes the ear for a second before we come back in with everything else for the ending. I love this syncopation in the drums too. Rum, dum, badeka, dum, da. Like, it's there's little offbeat hits that he's getting in here and there are so effective. The drums, the percussion in this is superb. And we just don't let up for the ending. It's just in your face the whole way through. Push, 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 push. And it's so effective because we're expecting that big ending, that big final moment. We're building and building towards it. And I love that. 2 ashes and blood. The little hold on the and is so nice. And the chord underneath. That transition from the more major sound to the more minor sound is just fabulous. And I love that this time when we get to the blackness, the percussion carries on through, so we know we're not done yet. And again, we see the hey! And again, that and I thought that was going to be the end, precisely because of that build-up. We get that tension, increase in tension, release of tension, and I thought we were done. One more. Brilliant. And then we get it, but this time... let me just double check one thing, actually. Yeah. And it's I think those last 2 are identical. But I love the fact that and it makes sense because you've got the 4, but it would have also made sense had he ended on the 3rd one, and I genuinely thought that's what happened the first time because of that build-up and release of that percussive tension driving up there. That's such a good cover! Well done, Mr. McGuinness. That was quite wonderful. He really made that dark and gritty. Like, there was a grit to that I don't think is in the Woodkid version, and I think it's a really, really nice rendition, and it's a really cool way of hearing it. And I love the video he put with it too. Like, the lighting work in that was so minimal. Like, notice how little I talked about it, and yet you feel it the whole way through the video, and that is masterful. I'm really impressed with that, especially because I think he does pretty much all of his stuff himself, right? I was saying earlier who's involved in this, but now that I realise I think it was him on the violin too, don't think it's anybody. I think it's just him, which is fantastic, and that's hard work. Yeah, wonderful stuff. Thank you indeed, and thank you. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope I brought something to you. This has been out now for probably the best part of a year. Yeah, November 28th it came out last year. And hopefully I brought something to you if you've watched this a bunch and you're like, oh, that's why I like that moment, or I didn't notice that before. Or I've just brought this to you for the first time, in which case go and check out more of Colm's stuff, because he's fantastic. But yeah, I really appreciate your time with me, especially if you're still here at the end of the video. Please do hit the like button, subscribe button, and notification bell. And if you care to support the channel, you can head over to buymeacoffee.com/DavidKReacts, where you can leave a donation of any amount. You can head over to patreon.com/DavidKReacts and sign up for $2 or $4 Canadian, or your regional equivalent. And that gives you access to my Discord, its ongoing support for the channel. It gives you that sneak peek of the thing that's coming out next week, or soon. I'm not sure when this is coming out. Or you can leave a super thanks here on YouTube. And if you are interested in Patreon in the longer run, I am planning to do more with it next year. But yes, that's that. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it happens to be that you are watching this. Let's go for 9:57 p.m. See if somebody happens to be watching then. Yes, thank you again. I really hope you enjoyed this. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next video of Arcane Month. Bye for now.